would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He couldn't get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you find yourself behind the chains.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. With the catch, it's Brown. Tripped up for the tackle. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Adams. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football soon.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen. You set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got a man. It's ball. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much through.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fair catch called for and made. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Play action. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, what a move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Quarterback gets the first down. There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Buckeyes! found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over Northern Illinois. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. That's a really good tackle there. Giving up some size and still making the play. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Got it in the middle. It's Tate. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Ohio State.
Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. It's caught. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Moore. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side. They do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Defense dropping into soft coverage. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab deep. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the 2nd half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Oh, a lot of space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Give to the running back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Makes a connection. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll try the run. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Klubnik. Got his man on the outside. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Now sliding to his left. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got some room, it was over.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to go out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he can advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
And that's a sneaky big 2-point conversion right there by this offense. Like, cutting the lead now. They're only down by 3. I think this is big because you put some game pressure now on the other side of the football. This offense now knows they have to come out here, score some points, or this could get interesting.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Peoples. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
He leaves it with his back. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up.
Ohio State, 35. Clemson, 32.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Off the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Throws for the tight end. Got his man all by himself. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Smith. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Ohio State 49, Clemson 32.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
First down pass towards the receiver is incomplete. It leads to second down.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Under fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
How about this? These guys are going for two. They'll go to the air. Swings it out to his running back. They've got the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 9. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And there's still life in this this team, obviously they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Snags it on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 38 over Kent State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let...
Wide open spaces. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Looking for room, it's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Trying to get the corner. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Waning moments, huge 4th down, and this crowd is rising. He's got it, 1st down and more.
This coaching staff is going to be aggressive from the beginning to the very final whistle. They showed it to you right there in that 4th down play. Throwing the football, getting the completion, and they've now iced the game.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.